this is Unique Throne, and this is Tier 4 around the streets of Saudi. If anyone is listening, can you please let me know and make sure that I have some volume. We've got some things going on. Thank you all for joining. This is Wallaby Racing League. The Tier 4 lads are about to go burling around the streets of Saudi Arabia. And I'm just trying to find that car that just left. We've got Chevy Wolves. There's a car in front of him. This is Arthur. Arthur, please make sure you let me know in the chat that you can hear me. And thank you all for joining. As I said, this is Unique. And this is Wallaby Racing League. As we go on the street circuit in Saudi Arabia. It's going to be bloody hot for these drivers. Got some in Tasmania that might be a bit cold. Some in other countries that who knows what their weather's doing. But it's a pleasure as always to be with you. And it's a pleasure as always to have you here. If anyone is in the chat to make sure that you can hear me, that would be good to know. But we'll truck on until we hear it. We've got a couple of drivers, VSX and Combat Ollie, that are in the chat. So I know before they started driving. So obviously no twitching and driving, please, lads. But Goffy, mate, and Combat Ollie, appreciate you, lads. All right, we are good to go. As we will go on board with Arthur Seat, who will set the first flying lap as he comes into turn 1, takes all the curb, gets very wide into turn 2. He's going to back straight out. That's, not ideal. As we'll go on board with VSX, as he's going to go into turn 1, takes both curbs. He gets very wide as well. Straight on the power though, he's going to push on. So we'll stay on board. Oh, he clips the wall. So we'll stay on board. He's going to back out. No, he's going to carry on. We'll stay on board with this. He might have a bit of little wing damage. I actually might just change the camera here a little bit because that was a bit cooked. See who else we got. Actually, I'm going to change this to a full map. My apologies. That helps me work out who's actually doing a good lap and who isn't. Let's go Restless Orb. Restless Orb has just started lap. Anyone in the chat, if you want to chuck a cheeky qualifying lap, as Restless Orb went very wide, but somehow didn't invalidate. If you want to, chuck an onboard in there or cheeky prediction, feel free to, as we'll go with our patronage. Tier 4 boys, as we'll just find laps to see. He's way off track there. Let's go with the Cuds. Cuds in the Ferrari. Chevy Wolves sets a fast lap of 130. So that was that lap we're on board with. As VSX goes 130 as we watch Cuds hit the wall a little bit, so that'll affect his time. But what's he going to post? He's still going to post a 129.8. Far out. That's insane as we've watched him clip a wall. So very nice lap from him, as we've got Batman right behind the Alpine and Cuds. Did you just crash? Cuds has just crashed. Cuds has crashed as Duck Puncher with a 129.4 goes, all right, young fella, I gotcha. You've just crashed and might have been safe, and I am the puncher of ducks. Funny story, I played golf with a guy yesterday. He hit a ball that took out a lorikeet in a tree. In a tree, he hit that lorikeet out of, as Felzy goes on to 129.8. I just found that fascinating. Seen plenty of guys hit, ducks on the fairway or whatever, like probably Duck Punch does when he plays golf. But yeah, lorikeet out of a tree. So that was quite fascinating. We also saw it at Kidner. Anyway, I feel like Martin Brundle a little bit here, just rambling about nonsense. But anyway, let's get back to the action here. As we got on board with Batman. We'll see what Batman can do as he sets a 137 as he posts his time. We'll go down to Vettel in the McLaren as he's looking to do a time. Thank you for the follow, Trix Diablo. Very nice name. Very nice to have you here, mate. Appreciate the follow. If you want to get involved, mate, you can do !Discord, I think it is. If not, just put in the chat that you want to get involved, and I'm sure one of us can hook you up, mate, and we can get you into the Discord and work out what nights you should be racing and when we race and what tier you should be in. Sorry, we are nearing the pointy end of the season, but I'm sure there is shortly going to be another one, as Vettel did a very nice job of that last corner. We ran out of deploy, so he's done a 129.1, putting him 3/10 up on Duck Puncher. But yeah, he ran out of his battery in that last little bit there, as Felsy's going to go into the pits. VSX, he's going to finish a lap. So he puts himself up into third with the 129.7. Batman's going slow. Restless Sorb looks to be on a lap. So we'll go on a lap with the Haas. He doesn't have a wing. He's missing a front wing. That's like your road car missing front tyres in these. He is struggling. So he'll come into the pits. We've got the Cub. Go on the ball with the Cub. Cub's not got a lot of battery left. Considering this, I would say this would be a back out lap. I think he was pushing and he's not got a lot of battery. Chevy Wolves is like he might just be doing some laps. So we'll see. Hot lap request, Gob. Combo, I hope you were in the pits when you did that. But yes, we will find the Gob. Gob's invalidated on this lap. So we'll cruise around with Gob while we'll find someone else. But Gob will be coming up for a flying lap very soon. And yes, Combo, I hope you did that in the pits. I'm sure you did. But we will see. Yes, True Oz, a bit of a bottle from there by who was it? Cuds. But so far he's in P4. Your boys, True Oz, have got a little bit of work to do. As Chevy Walls puts himself up to P10 with a 135. All right, let's go down to the Gob, as he has just crossed the line, and he's going to set another flying lap as he comes down into turn one. Want to take a lot of curb there. He's pretty safe with it. Not a bad way to go. Right next to the wall on that one. That was very nicely on that exit there from Gob, as he's going to come through. You want to be right next to the wall there. He wasn't quite, but he's managing that throttle very nicely, managing the gears, and he's going to get right up to that. Right up to that wall. Come straight out, and then this is the fun part. Right next to that wall, right next to the next wall, straight through. Got to go full send. Doesn't use all of the track. I think this is a bit of a safe lap from Gob. Unfortunately, as we get a hot lap request, but he opens up that DRS. He doesn't want any track limits. He doesn't want to avoid another one as he goes purple sector. As we got Vettel, actually we had War Machine go quickest on a 129.2, and then we've got Vettel Actually, no, sorry, Vettel did do the fastest lap before. We were on board with that. But War Machine goes a second with a 1:29.2 as we're staying on board with Gob. He's used all his deploy too, so these boys got to be careful. You lose a lot of time in that last little bit if you don't have enough ERS saved over. He still goes third with a looks like the identical time to War Machine. Obviously, War Machine set that time first, so he is the one that starts in the position ahead. Sorry. So yeah, Gob and these boys got to be careful with their ARS as we'll go on board with Felzy in the Mercedes. Oh, a little bit squirrely through there. Oh no. Oh, it's the commentator's curse. My apologies, Felzy. Sorry, mate. No, he's playing none. Arthur's on none. Just trying to find someone here for you. We've got Goffy. Right on board with the boss man. He comes through that section. Oh, now I know where his son's apex comes from. He's going to back out of that one. Unfortunately, couldn't get in the groove on that flying lap. War Machine's on none. It's on medium. And when I refer to none, sorry peeps, I mean the ERS you can see down there in the left tells us probably if someone's on, a flying lap or whether they're just chilling. As we're on board with VSX and he's just set a purple first sector and very nice out of there. Again, according to my screen, who knows with Cody sometimes, but he comes through there. Not bad looking as he opens up that DRS, hits both those walls. Not hits the walls, hits the gets the car next to the walls is what I meant to say. Is he sets a purple middle sector on my screen. Hench, yes. All right, we will get a flying lap with the Duckman, Mr. Puncher, when he comes out on his flying lap. So VSX opens up that DRS, heads to the line. He didn't use all his... No, so I think he might have just improved. He did improve, but not enough. Unfortunately, enough to gain a couple of positions, but not enough to do it. As we just see Arthur do a 1:30 and pull up into P9. As we're right on board with J Swole, as it says again, he's done a middle purple sector. Again, I don't know if that's actually the case, but we shall see. Nothing popped up. All right, thanks for that combo, Ollie. If anyone in the stream is looking as Jay Schwoll is, again, ran out of deploys. So these boys have got to be careful. Jay Schwoll did improve by a 10th, but ran out of ERS at the very end. So boys have got to be careful when they're doing their final flying laps, that they make sure that they save that ERS. As we'll go on board with the Goff man as he's going to finish his first flying lap and he's going to pull in bits. So, all good. VSX is on hot lap and he's going to do another flying lap. So this will be the final flying lap for VSX, you would imagine. Considering the time, there's 3.5 minutes to go. He's on 2-lap old soft, so he's chosen to not come in and box. He's going to go full balls out. He's going to try and set a lap without traffic. There's no one in front of him. Very nice through there. He hits all the spots. A little bit wide through there and had to back out a little bit, but keeps his foot down, sets a purple first sector again. I don't know if that's actually right, but that is what my screen says, and that is fine. He comes through Very nicely through there. Foot straight on the floor. He's got to brush this wall. Keep it straight. Brush the next. Keep it straight. Brush the next. Get in there. A little bit wide, but gets it nicely turned in. Oh, he did literally brush that wall there. But no, he opens up that DRS. And he is close to running out of his DRS here as well. And fuel by the looks of it. So he's got to be careful. He gets it put straight to the floor. DRS open. Where can VSX put his car? He goes pole, provisional pole with a 1:28.9. It's a very nice lap there from VSX on 2-lap old softs. And now he's just got to watch out for cars as we'll go on board with the Batman. Duck is still in the pits. Hench, so hopefully he will come out. He's on an out lap now, so we'll keep an eye on Duck and get that on board going with you. We're right on board with Batman as he's going to come over the line for his final flying lap, and he does a 1:29.8. So he moves himself up a little bit. Felsie is invalidated. Combat Ollie has done a purple middle according to my screen, so we'll stay on board with this as he comes down that little back straight into the final turn, hits second, gets it nicely turned in, straight on the power, hits that overtake button, deploy you. So a lot of these boys are in like Kumboli 2/10 up, moves himself up to 11th with the 1:29.9, but uses all that deploy. So I feel these boys have got to be careful as... Alright. This one's for you, Hench, my man. We'll right on board with the V-carb of the one puncher of ducks as he rounds the final turn for his final flying lap. As here he comes. So he opens up that DRS, sends it over the start finish straight into P1, into turn 1, sorry. Oh, takes nice curb there. Oh, very nicely done. Doesn't take a lot of exit, but gets the car turned in very nicely. Oh, brushes that wall. Oh, this is great. Very nicely done from Duck. Brushes that wall, misses that curb. Not using all of the track, but enough to be safe. You don't want to use too much and risk, invalidating. He does very nicely there to turn it in. Uses all the street on exit. Comes out of it. Again, he hasn't got a lot of ARS to work with, and I think a lot of the guys are finding that you're missing a lot. He brushes over those curbs. He's got to go straight and brush over this one. You don't want to scrub too much speed. Gets it turned in nicely. Miss that curb. Comes straight in. Yep, good exit. DRS straight open. Don't want to use too much of his ERS here. He's only got limited to work with. A little bit wide there, but that's okay. Gets straight on the power. Gets it done. Keeps it in 4th to avoid the wheel spin. DRS open. What can Duck do? Oh, he only improved by 0.02 of a second as his teammate Jay Swole comes over. He improves by just under 0.2 and keeps himself in 6th. And that is it. That is our quali. So VSX with a pole time of 1:28.9. Vettel in the McLaren of a 1:29.1, and I'll get you the rest of the results there. Yeah, War and Gob. So War did his Maxi Boy earlier, and then we had a onboard with Gob, and we're on board. He set that exact same time. You don't see it very often. So Gob set his after War Machine, and he will start behind the War. So Yes, VSX on pole with a 128.9. Vettel in second. War Machine third. Gob in fourth on the exact same time. Puncher Duck in fifth. J Swall in sixth. Cud seventh. Zachary eighth. Batman ninth. Felzy 10th. And that will be your top 10 for the Grand Prix at Saudi Arabia of Wallaby Racing League. Any predictions, chuck them in the chat. Any recommendations for dinner, chuck them in there. I'll be having my dinner soon. One lap ride along combo. You're driving, mate. So I don't know what you're doing, unless you're wanting me to ride along with you. But you are driving, so get back to the cockpit. No twitching and driving. Otherwise, I will time you out. But appreciate you spending those points that you have, my man. But yes, don't twitch and drive. It's dangerous. J Swole. Um, I will do it. I don't understand it, but I will do it just for you, combo. But yes, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. We appreciate it. As we will go racing, as we've got 5 lights, and off we go as we're on board with McLaren quickly while I just get my stuff up. As we've got VSX and doesn't seem to be too many issues, maybe a little bit issues at the back, but we've got the front group staying pretty unsafe order as we've got Ono, Combo, Ollie, and Zachary. A couple of issues down there. We've got, so the front 7 now are on mediums. We've got Felzy and Duck fell down a little bit. Obviously, I think that's because of the grip off the start with the hards. They're looking to go long, so not a bad ploy. I don't know, though, with obviously the safety cars around here being a street circuit, any sort of little crash may result in a safety car, but they're looking to sort of obviously gain track position during those safety cars. So not a bad ploy. Then we've got we do have a safety car. We've got a virtual safety car. We do have a virtual safety car as Nutsy looks to be missing part of his front wing. And that gives us a chance to catch up. So we've got Batman from 10th down to Felty in 13th on the mediums. Then we've got Goffey and Chevy Wolves on the hards. Then we've got Kirko, Combo, Zachary on mediums. And then we've got Nutsy on those softs. So Nutsy, ballsy move, like respect. It just looks like he's come a little bit undone as we've got Arthur boxing off those mediums. Does he have wing damage? He does. So he's going to fix that wing damage. You don't want wing damage here. We've got Cub fixing a wing. We've got Felty fixing a wing. I don't think... It doesn't look like Batman had wing damage. Obviously, we knew Nutsy had wing damage. So a couple of wing damage you don't want it here. You need all the downforce you can get. You need all that turn-in you can get. As we go back to green racing, as let's run on board with Jay Swole, get that ride along going as he's all over the Ducks rear end of Cuds. And I didn't mean the pun there, but he does have Duck right behind him, but he is right over the back of Cuds. He looks to have backed away a little bit, and he's on those mediums. Cuds is on those mediums. Is he going to look to make a move? He's got that DRS, so does Cuds. We've seen Almighty Gob move himself up into third ahead of War Machine. Jace Fall goes a little wide there. Is he just trying to sort of back off a little bit? Still stay in that DRS zone as Vettel makes a move for the lead. I missed that, and my apologies, but Vettel in the McLaren is now in the lead as he gets in there into first ahead of VSX. We've got Combat Oli as oh no, VSX has already picked himself up a penalty. As my wife just brings me some very nicely cooked dinner. So apologies if you hear some munching away, but I'll be enjoying a nice little pasta. But yes, VSX picks themselves up a penalty. As let's see, we'll stay with this front little group for a bit as they, between them and I guess, those medium runners basically, like the top six have pulled away a little bit, but Duck Puncher won't be too mad as Falsey did do a very nice move, and my apologies, hit the wrong trigger and moved away from it, but Falsey made a move on Duck and gets himself 100%. These boys are doing all right, considering they're on the hards. They'll be looking to push long and go as far as they can into this race, as Duck actually makes a nice move back on Falsey with that DRS advantage that he did get. So these little boys are having a quite nice little battle here. So we'll stay on board until we see something else. As Falsey looks to have gone, and Duck's gone around. Oh no. Oh, you hate to see it. That is the commentator's curse. And I've got another driver to apologise. My apologies, Duck. Oh no. You don't like it. They're having a really nice battle, him and Falsey. Just that turn one exit. Just got them both, really. It just got them both. And unfortunately that got them both. So Vettel still in the lead from the Alpine of VSX, as we've got Combo, Ollie, and Goffey going toe-to-toe now. As Goffey will get the DRS advantage on Combo Ollie. Combo Ollie won't have DRS because he's not within close enough distance of the car in front, but he might have enough of a gap on Goffey, but Goffey's used all his batteries. So here we go. So Vettel, there's a lot of movements at the top. I'll quickly cut there in a minute as Combo Ollie and Goffey. So what happened there was Vettel's gone from first to third. VSX got in front of him, and Almighty Gob got in front of him. I'm sorry I missed that stream. That would have been very interesting to see what happened there. But anyway, your top three, obviously VSX with that penalty, but he leads from Almighty Gob, who leads from Vettel now, and Cuds is right in this. War Machine is right in this, as we have a yellow flag and we have a safety car. We've got our first safety car. I am surprised it took 5 laps. That's nothing against these Tier 4 lads, but it is the track, as Zachary is out. Duck Puncher is out. I don't know where these boys are, but we have a full course safety car. So chance for Unique to have some dinner, chance for you lads to have a water, chance for anyone in the chat that wants to say good day or ask a question or make a prediction. There's all sorts of things that are going to happen. The field is very spread, so I imagine we're going to be under full course for a while. But let's go up to our leaders and see, because they're pitting. So our front six are going to pit, and I would say they would go on to hards. Yep, go on to hards. Falsey in... So he was 7th. He wasn't part of that top 6. He's going to bolt on a fresh set of mediums. So that's interesting. So he's on a fresh set of mediums. So maybe he saw with the full course, we're going to do a couple of laps, he might be able to go to the end on those mediums. Obviously, the hard runners will have the advantage. And speaking of hard runners and the advantage, Mr. Goffey, who started on hards, he's done 5 laps. He's up into P2. Let that sink in. He's up into P2. Great call. He stayed out. Obviously, he's going to want to be hoping for another safety car. Probably closer to his pit time, but he's gained a lot of track position. We saw, obviously before the safety car, the field strung out a lot. So maybe he can hold on to these hards and hope for maybe, a box late. Obviously, they might be cooked by the end, but we'll see. We'll see. As, yes, we've got... So the other drivers that have stayed out is Kirko. So Kirko started on mediums. He's gained a bit of track time staying out. Oh, track position, sorry, staying out. So he'll be hoping for, again, probably another safety car, or maybe the time gained advantage isn't enough. So we've got Arthur, Batman, Cub, Chevy, Felty, and Nutsy, who all boxed on that lap 1, fixing wings. We saw the engineers and mechanics working overtime on that lap 1. So they've all stayed out. So we'll go another lap under this safety car, unless it's going to be a late call. Looks to be we're going to go another lap. So we're going to go another lap under the safety car. Just checking my phone, Discord, while I eat some little dinner. My mate Damo, you're doing comms for tier 4. Yes, I am, lad. I messaged you, but it's always nice to give some people a shout out. Yes, I am doing tier 4 comms, mate. Having some dinner, watching these lovely human beings go around. And you're new to Wallaby. Obviously, the tier 3 boys go around, myself included. We go around a little bit later. Tonight. So probably in around about an hour and a half's time, hour and 20 minutes. But yes, myself will be there, having a good time. I will have been well fed because I'm eating right now. So apologies if you can hear that on the stream. Man's got to eat. Who else we got? Got some legends in there. Some real good drivers in tier 3. It's going to be...
Thank you for your patronage.
It's going to be a full scene, so stick around. This one will end. Unfortunately, it was a little bit last minute again, so I won't be able to do interviews for the tier 4 lads, as we just get the safety car in this lap. But yes, if you want to get involved, if you're watching for the first time, the Discord thing doesn't work. But thanks for the follow, Kez off N0. Thanks for the follow, mate. Appreciate it. Welcome to our stream. And thank you for following. I was just saying we have another race in an hour and 20 minutes time. So perfectly timed, as we'll stay on board with Goffey, is BSX is off. And Goffey stays right behind him. And Gob's right behind Goffey. Cud's right behind Gob. There's a little bit movement down here. As Cud's actually got past Gob there. So Cuds makes himself way up to P3. Apologies. Vettel into P5. War Machine in P6 as he goes a little bit wide, but managed to keep it on track. Restless Orb gets himself a penalty. So he gets a 3-second penalty. Got Falsey going past Kirko. Combo Oli going past Kirko. Arthur going past Kirko. Come on, Kirko. But we've got Restless Orb. We got past Batman. We got Nutsy and the Cub going side by side here. They're going very much wheel to wheel. They're going wheel to wheel down this whole straight. Obviously, no DRS available, and yeah, the Cub holds that inside line into that turn, so he was able to stay ahead. And VSX has taken off. Oh no, he did, and no, Cuds has pulled it back a bit. So it was a second. Now it's back under a second, and Cuds is setting off after him. He says, "Nah, mate, not today." He's going to stick in that DRS, so he'll try and fight his way back into P1. Obviously, VSX has that penalty, so he will find himself in a bit of strife as we've got a big old battle going here. There's like 4 drivers. You could throw a towel over them. As Restless Orb gets past the Cub as Chevy Wolves tries to get past the Cub, but Cub's not, stays in front. Very nicely done by these boys. They work their way back into single file. It's very hard to go multiple cars side by side through that section, so they'll filter themselves back in. As let's go up to our race leaders, VSX and Cuds, as that's a great camera angle as we see the Ferrari of Cuds and the kick of Gob with the McLaren of Vettel as they set off after VSX. That's your 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then you've got War Machine and J Swole 5th and 6th in the Haas as Vettel tries to make the move past Gob down this home straight. Who's going to give, who's going to recede as, Vettel wisely on that 10 sits behind and goes, not worth a collision, not worth ruining my race or someone else's for that position. So he slots in behind and will hopefully get a chance to go again. So the top 6 on those hards doing quite well. It looks like Falsey's starting to close up on this battle here. So he boxed for those fresh mediums. So he's the one that he just needs to look after his tyres as Mr. Felty Rabbit in the McLaren picks himself up a penalty as Kirko is going wheel to wheel, battling off Combooli. He gets past Combooli again. Little bit of a train here, so Kirko fighting for his life here. You love to see it. He's got the boys behind him. He's trying to fight his battle. So we've got the Red Bull of Kirko. We've got Combo in the Aston. We've got the Cub in the kick as the Cub gets past Batman in the Ferrari. And then we've got the other Red Bull of Chevy as Combo Oli goes around the outside. The Cub tries to go around the outside, but Kirko holds his line really nicely there. Well done by Kirko. So Kirko slots in behind. He'll get DRS again here. So can he make a move on Combo? No. Poor Combo squeeze him a little bit, but no damage done. Kirko will sit behind him. and keep that position from the Cubs. So really nice battle here from the boys here. A couple of them go a little bit wide as we've got another yellow flag. I think it was just from those boys there. So actually, sorry, it was. Who's that Aston going slowly there? Looks to be Nutsy. Actually, sorry, Nutsy is out. Nutsy is out. So Nutsy, with a bit of a moment there, is out of this race. But we'll quickly jump back up as to Cuds actually has got the race lead. So I missed that. Sorry, while watching the other boys battle. So we've got. Look, man, we don't know. We don't know. Trix Diablo. We don't know what tier you're in, man. So unfortunately, yeah. Quickly, if you can jump in the Discord, yeah, there'll be like things like a welcome message and a couple of tracks we need your time trial times from, and then we can get you in a tier, my bro. So you won't be able to race tonight because a lot of the guys who do that are currently racing, so it won't be time enough to do that. But if you do that, you might be in for next week, man. Always need reserves, but we need to make sure you get you in the right tier so that way you have some fun and you can have some good battles. Like what's going on at the moment is because this tier 4 battle is really heating up. As we've got Vettel, who gets past VSX. So VSX, and we've got War Machine that got past Gob as well. So Gob's dropped back a little bit here, so he needs to find his rhythm again. It's very much a rhythm track. You just need to get in the groove and find it. As let's drop back down to this little battle because this is amazing. Like Combo Ollie's pulled out a bit, so he's gotten out a little bit here, but Kirko still fighting away. As we've still got Batman, the Cub, Chevy Wolves trying to do anything they can to get positions, and they'll be able to open DRS as Batman tries to go up the inside. No, couldn't do it. Not enough room. But then the Cub goes, all right, I'll try and take it. No, he didn't have enough room. And then we've got Chevy Wolves trying to go, oh, well, I'm going to take it. And he hasn't got enough room. So very interesting here is we see the two Red Bulls down the inside of the two other drivers. Kirko, oh no, Batman spun Kirko a little bit there, but the winner is the other Red Bull and Chevy Wolves. So Kirko will have to come into the pits, replace his wing. Yeah, that, don't know. Won't comment on that one. We don't know. I'm sure the stewards may get involved, but we shall see. As we go back up to our race leaders, we've got Felzy, who got himself up into 6th on J-Swole. This top 7 have broken away. Got a 10-second gap. No one's broken away within them. They're all within DRS of each other, but Cuds, since he's got into that lead, has made a really nice job of holding it, as we'll go on board with Vettel, as him and VSX have got DRS on Cuds. One's going to go inside, one's going to go outside. Both get the move done, and VSX swings around the outside, gets the move done, and what a double overtake. Very nicely done from VSX. He played that so smartly. He gets that done, and now it's on Vettel and Cuds and good old War, and then Almighty Gobs comes straight back into this, as we've got Felzy and J-Swole swapping positions again. So they've both dropped back. So now it's just this top 5. Top 5 have really broken away now. But it is a street circuit. It is Saudi. There is walls within touching distance. If you put your hand out of your cockpit, chances are you'll touch a wall. But anything can happen. Mr. Duck Puncher did DNF. Duck, if you're listening, do you want to jump in for a bit with me? Or all good if you don't, my man. But we don't have to talk about what happened. We can just talk a little bit of poo and commentate a little bit of race, see how you go. But we will see. All right, love it, Duck. Again, I'm on Xbox, so hopefully that works. Don't know, but we shall see. But yeah, take your time, my man. It'll be good to have some company in here because it gets a little bit lonely. Yeah, man. Yeah, Xbox. So might not work. That's okay. That's all good. As Cuds has taken back the lead from VSX and Vettel, they're getting very argy-bargy in here. Oh, we'll see how you go, mate. I think if you've got the Xbox companion app, and I can get you in from there, that might work. But if not, man, we can have a go. It's not the end of the world. It's just a little bit lonely sometimes in this comms box by yourself. So it's good to talk to someone. As Chevy Wolves is coming in, he's going to put on a fresh set of softs. Looking at an empty pit lane. Up there he is, fresh to the softs. So interesting to see if they last. If there's a safety car, could be a master stroke as he gets a penalty. Oh, poor lad. Poor lad. Oh, is that you, Trix Diablo? You're going to deliver him a zinger box if he wins. Yeah, that's what I thought, Doc. That's all good, man. Yeah. All good, mate. No stress. Appreciate you coming back anyway, man. You take care, my man. Yeah, so if anyone see... Oh, not you, Trix Diablo. So apparently, if Vettel wins this race, someone in the abyss or on planet Earth is delivering him a zinger box. So he's not a bad shot. Obviously, VSX has that penalties. We see Arthur boxing into the race for a new set of hards as War Machine picks up a 3-second penalty. Combo Oldie picks up a 3-second penalty. The Cub is boxing and he retires in the pits. Cub, why, man? You were one DNF away from a point. Oh, lads. If you don't know, here in Wallaby Racing League, it is the top 15 that get points. Starting at 1 point for 15th. So sometimes it's always the best. As VSX makes a really nice move into first in front of Cuds. And we've still got these top 5 going at it. War Machine's got that pen. Cuds makes the move back in front of VSX. As VSX holds in there, but no, he has to concede the position as... Find a good camera angle here, as this isn't bad. This is good here. We can see all 5 of them. We've got a really nice gap to 6. And we can see, on the map there, they're all strung out. So a safety car here would last a few laps to get everyone boxed. As there's a Mercedes. There's a Mercedes somewhere. Who was it? Someone. Falsey, I think. He looks to be okay. Yeah, he's got both his airplane. He's got virtual safety car. Virtual safety car. Arthur is... There he is. That wheel does not look in its proper FIA standard position, if I'll say so. We have a virtual safety car while they clear that up. And we've got Cuds leading from VSX from Vettel in P3. Let's take a quick look at our penalties. So all 3 seconds for VSX, War Machine, Combat Ollie, Felty, Chevy Wolves, Goffy, Restless Orb, and that's it. Sorry. I was going to say one more, but no. As we've got VSX and Vettel are boxed. And J-Swole. They're boxing. They are boxing. It looks like they've got a good gap behind. J-Swole goes mediums, VSX goes mediums, and Vettel goes mediums. So fresh mediums. We can see here the Aston Martin of Combat Ollie coming around. They just escape in front. So maybe a good call, maybe not. We'll sign out as they are 14 seconds behind War Machine, and that has dropped. That is 13 and a half already. So VSX is 13 seconds already. So they are catching these front 3. Can they get there? They've got to gap them by, it's probably almost 2 seconds a lap to catch, to pass. So can they get there? Can they pass? We're going to stay and find out. I don't know if you guys are going to stay. Yeah, man, I can invite you into party chat. Let's see if we can get Duck in here. Invite to my party. I invited you, Duck. Let's see if that works. Oh, man. As no. VSX, it's back out to 13 seconds. So they've got to practically do 7 quali laps here to catch Almighty Gob, Cuds, War Machine. As Gob picks up a 3-second penalty. So that could be huge. It makes a big difference. Cuds. Oh, he's got another virtual safety car. Oh, the Cub. Mate, you could have stayed out. You could have got points, my man. Oh, that's brutal. As Goffy comes into the pits, he's going to get off those hards. Goffy started the race on those hards. And he's going to put on a fresh set of softs. He's going to go into quali mode. He's going to change his wing, actually, as well. So that's made it a little bit worse. Felty's going to come in and change his wing and put on a fresh set of softs. So those boys need to just go into straight quali mode. Bang, bang. Just punch out fast laps. And see what they can do as the boys at the front. So the Cuds, Gob, and War Machine on those old hards that they boxed on under the safety car. We've got VSX, Vettel, J-Swole, who changed onto those mediums under not this virtual safety car. Can I go online? Yeah, and open the party. Yeah, absolutely, man. I'll see if I can open it up for you. I did send you an invite, but I don't know if it works or not. I'll invite you again, but I've opened the party on the Xbox, so hopefully that works. I am offline. Let me quickly. Yes, sorry. I get what you mean now. Go online. Yep, I get you. Appear online. Yep, I get you. There you go, mate. As we go racing again, so Cuds leads, and then we've got Gob in second. He's got that penalty. War Machine in third. He's got that penalty. VSX fourth has a penalty, and then we've got Vettel. So these boys. So actually, Vettel's dropped back from VSX here. So Vettel is yeah, dropped back, and then J Swolls dropped back from him. So these boys that boxed around the same time, who were practically all raced, they were within a blanket throw of each other, are separate. As now the Gob makes a move for the lead on Cuds, sorry, as he puts himself up into first position. So Cuds, I don't think Cuds would mind too much, to be honest. He sees the pens, they'd see it on his screen, he'd go, all right, that's fine. You have that one. As soon as you cross that flag, I will be a winner. And it's not worth getting my car scratched, not worth getting my tyres cooked, and I'll just sit behind. But as we know, racing's racing. He will also probably want to finish on track, because this is the closest battle. Like you can see on the intervals there, there's no one really close between each other. Everyone seems to be just sort of strung out. So we'll stay on board with, as VSX picks himself up another penalty. We'll stay on board with these boys, as this is the closest battle and the most important. This is for the win of the race, as Cuds or Gob, War Machine, battle it out for P1, 2, and 3. There's not much else that can happen, as I just got a notification that Duck Puncher has joined the party. He is in here. Can we hear you, Duck? There he is. How you going, mate? You good? I don't know. And I think you were the only one who was actually listening to the stream. But if anyone else is in the stream, Wogjet, you were there for a bit. Can you hear Mr. Duck Puncher if he talks now? We can't. No. Tricks Diablo can't. But oh, good, my mate. It's good to have you. It's good to speak to you. You can relay your messages through me. Nice little battle here at P1, 2, and 3. The field strung out a lot very quickly, but a good little battle. Obviously, Cuds has obviously sewed up the win unless he does something crazy. But yeah, it's strung out very quickly. Oh, so Vettel owes Cuds a zinger box. Duck has just informed me. So Cuds is going for this win, and unfortunately, Vettel isn't close enough to. He might be close enough for P4 at this stage, but no, unfortunately, he dropped off a lot. Those medium boys dropped off. How'd you see the tyres tonight, Duck? And I can let the boys. Hards were slippy. Yeah, right. So hard's no good. Mediums were okay. Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, yes, true. I'm sorry. I forgot about that part, mate. So yeah, unfortunately, Duck, yes, was on the hards the whole race, so he didn't get to. Yep. Oh yeah. Invisible. Yes. The abyss. Yes. No, it's. I mean, personally, for me, it's not a most liked track of mine, but you know, it can bring out some good racing. Obviously, like you can see, the boys are quite strung out here, but you know, Cuds is, as we say that, Cuds has pulled himself a gap. He's got a 1.2 second gap now, but they've strung themselves out here. But there was some quite good racing there at the start. Like it seemed like, obviously, you know, it was a bit different because you got a decent start, but on those hards, it's always going to be hard against those medium runners. Was it? Did you feel the difference? You regretted it. Yeah, right. You regret it. Yeah. Mm. 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 Yeah, and that's what I thought it was a really good decision originally. And then when that safety car came out, it was sort of was a bit rough. But honestly, like to these boys' credit, I thought there would have been a lot more um, safety cars. Being a street circuit and being Saudi, but we've only really had the one proper one and a couple of virtuals, eh? Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, that was a good pass. We did catch that on stream there. Did catch that stream that pass on Felzy. As we will go into the final lap here on board with our lead group, or Gob has the lead on Cuds, as Cuds takes back the lead on Gob. My apologies, but obviously Gob, War Machine, VSX with those penalties. Vettel, I think VSX actually has 6 seconds of penalties. So he does actually have 6 seconds of penalties. So he will fall behind Vettel, but it's really just Cuds's to lose here. He just has to survive the following two sectors, and that's it. That's all he has to do. No commentators curse Cuds. My apologies, but that's all you have to do, mate. It's just bring it home. He has Gob right behind him with a penalty. War Machine has dropped back now. Um, VSX is back, but yeah, we will just ride on board with Cuds. Let him revel in this because it's not. Oh, it's fantastic to see War Machine. He will finish in P3. We'll have. So yeah, Cuds, Gob, War Machine will be obviously provided nothing happens. He will be, but it is very good to see War Machine in there. He'll potentially probably be third. As we actually see VSX pushing a bit. He's just dropped that gap from 2 seconds to 1.5 in about a sector. So I don't know if he's using a bit of battery, but he is cooking. As Cuds will come over the line and be our race winner in the Ferrari of Wallaby Racing League Tier 4. Cuds P1, Gob P2, War Machine, fantastic work in P3. As I said, Vettel will jump up to P4, who owes Cuds a zinger box. VSX P5, J-Swall P6. As we'll see, Combat Ollie will be to the next to come across the line. What is his penalties like? Nope, he will be P7, Batman P8. Falsey in the Mercedes jumped on those softs and didn't seem to make up a lot of time, but probably a safe option in P9. Chevy Wolves will be P10, and yes, this field is very strung out, so we could be here for a couple of minutes waiting for drivers, but Restless Orb will be P11. Goffey in the Williams coming into the final turn. Very nice. Nice helmet from Goffey there. So we just caught a glimpse of that one. As he will come over the line now to be P12. Next up is Kirko in the Red Bull. Kirko jumps into P12 and Goffey P13. So Kirko actually jumped a position there. Well done, Kirko. Well done, Goffey. And then our 14th place finisher will be Felty of the Rabbit style. The Cub, if you are listening, mate, you should not have retired in the pits. You could have picked yourself up a point, but all good. Well done to our Tier 4 lads. thanks, Duck, for jumping in and having a little bit of a chat. Even though the boys couldn't hear you, I could hear you, and that's all that matters sometimes. Appreciate everyone's love. Appreciate everyone's chat. This has been Wallaby Racing League Tier 4 around the streets of Saudi Arabia. We go live in 40 minutes' time for the Tier 3. Tier 3, sorry. Got lost in thought. Tier 3, boys, around the same track. We'll have the same amount of fun, I think. And hopefully it's as good a race as that one was. I've been unique. You couldn't hear him, but Duck was here for a bit. This is Wallaby Racing League. Good night, everyone. Bye.